I came in a little bit early because I saw you guys in the chat saying you hope the lentils don't have to be soaked. This is a good. Just gonna wait for a couple minutes for people to come in, but you do not have to soak your lentils. The reason why I soaked mine was because the recipe said that if you soak them, the cook time might be a little bit shorter and you might get like a smoother texture where they're more kind of mushy. So, hi Karen. Thank you, Sandy. This is my aunt made me this little apron, and this I found in a thrift store. The thrift store is called the Wanderly, and it's on Dundas Street West. And I had seen this little dress, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it right away. I'm gonna leave, and if the next time I come in it's still there, I'll get it. So hello, JL 5676, Chantal, Sandy, Karen. Are any of you actually cooking along? Because that will tell me if I gotta like slow it down a little bit, or because I prepped some things in advance. How am I? I'm doing a lot better now that I'm doing this live stream. I was very excited. Not cooking today. Okay. I have my rice. I'm making garlic rice, jasmine. But I don't know if it's gonna necessarily be to eat with the curry because I have some black beans in the fridge and I have so much cilantro. I might make like a cilantro black bean garlic rice situation. Well, it's 5:30, so welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here and for joining. We're going to be making a red lentil curry. This is such a simple recipe. It's all made in one pot, and it's freaking delicious. So I am making rice on the side. I don't always eat it with rice. I might not even use this rice for this, but it's happening. I'm here. It'll probably become very chaotic. I'm going to read out the ingredients because I have the recipe here on the wall. So it requires 50 grams of butter. It says unsalted, but we don't do that around here. We do salted butter. 4 garlic cloves, 1.5 tablespoons of ginger, 1 onion, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, which actually I did not learn this to work. What else? I'm not going to put the cayenne pepper. I don't want it to be spicy. 1.25 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 cup of dried lentils. So I'm using red lentils. Now, I did soak them. You don't have to. I don't normally soak them. I did it this time because I really want to get a smoother texture. So we're going to see. And I also didn't want them to take too long to cook because I am doing it on a live stream. So we'll see if this helps. Miss Littlebaum, no, it's not done. It's done tomorrow. So, yes, you don't have to soak them. I did. We'll see what happens. Need 400 milliliters of coconut milk, full fat. Where is mine? It's right here. I got this one. And this I'm just going to use half of the can, but 400 grams of canned tomato, and then 3 cups of water. Yeah, do it. So, I see the instructions. It says first to saute the onion. So it says to melt the butter in a pot over medium heat, to add the onion, the garlic, and the ginger. Slowly cook, stirring every now and then for 10 minutes until tinged with gold and the onion is sweet. So I don't have my onion chopped yet. I have my ginger grated, but I don't have my garlic ginger grated yet. So I'm gonna start by doing that. So where's my grater? Behind me. Okay. So I want to have everything ready to go. By the way, this is my favorite dollar store knife. All the whole spices. That's okay. So just start by grating your ginger first, and then now I'm at the garlic part of it. Are you cooking along? Let me see if I can get a little bit better of an angle here because there we go. You're gonna attempt it soon. Okay. So I already grated the ginger, that's fine. I used to have like one of those garlic crushing things and it broke. Now I just use this. If you do make it, please let me know how you found it. Come back to this live because it's going to be posted and just let me know how you liked it. And like I said, I think I'm going to add some spinach at the end, like frozen spinach, or I might just add it like when I'm reheating it to eat because this is really good to freeze. When I'm reheating it, I just add whatever I want to it. I was also going to add maybe some potatoes since I have so many. It just helps to volumize the recipe without changing the taste too much. And I also wanted to make sure, because I figured Ken might be live streaming today, and I wanted to make sure it's going to be done before his live stream. Like, I'm trying to time the days so that I'm not doing stuff at the same time as he is. But this is basically my Friday, and I don't know when I'm going to have time again to do an evening live stream, so. Perfect, Ms. Bob. I recorded a video of me counting the potatoes. So when the contest is done, I'll basically make a new video, cut to me counting them, and then I'll announce the winners. There we go. I'm actually gonna open a window because it's gonna get hot in here. Okay, so my garlic is ready. Just a bit here. I'm gonna chop my onion. Potatoes have gone down in quality. I think it depends on the batches, because if I'm not mistaken, you have ones that are fresh out of the ground, and then sometimes they literally keep them in a cool, dry storage space. And so you have potatoes at different phases, and that's where the term new potatoes come from, where those are the best. Oh no, this onion, questionable. Let's see, that's okay. Yeah, I know, Stewie. That's partly why I soaked my lentils, because hopefully this is done. But I mean, other than adding everything together and then just letting it simmer, that's pretty much it. So it's very easy. Food in general, the quality, because I mean, it's oligopoly, so they get to dictate the prices and quality, and you know people are gonna buy because people have to eat. So I don't know. Kind of depressing. We gotta go back to growing food in backyards we don't have, having like community gardens and working together. This one's a little bit strange. It's got like extra. Do you see this? It's got extra like layers of like skin. So. If I had a garden, I mean, it would be crazy stuff that I would make. When would you plant them, Karen? Like, what's the scheduling for that, like, with our weather? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a world I know very little about. Just growing food. I know how to cook it and eat it. There's like a little heart at the bottom right corner of this stupid chat, so some of your words are getting cut off. I'm not going to use this half, like this half of an onion is. Let's see what I can use. Okay. It's turning out alright. Rhubarb. There's stuff that's ready already, like Stewie. Are you in Toronto? Chop this a little bit more. Because if my lentils are pre-soaked and they're really nice and soft, I don't want like huge chunks of onion. So nice in my building when people are cooking, you can really smell in the hallway. People are making amazing stuff. It smells so good on a regular basis, especially my floor for some reason. Cook crazy cooks. bathtub is ready for the first, so melt butter in a pot over medium heat. Too hot. It's a big pot because it's a big recipe. Hi, Leo. Gonna make a lot because there's all the liquids that go in are the crushed tomatoes, the coconut milk, 3 cups of water. That's a lot. All right, adding the garlic, the ginger. This took 10 minutes to do this, but my heat was a little bit too high, so I think it's gonna happen a lot quicker. Yeah. Back here. Yeah, this should have been a lot lower. That's fine. So, next step says so turn up heat to high, add curry powder and turmeric. Grease like soft now, make a hard time opening. How many cups? 1 cup of dry lentils. So, 2 tablespoons curry powder. Half a teaspoon turmeric. Teaspoon, so there's half of here. Okay. High. Let me get you guys a little bit closer here. There we go. Yeah, 1 cup is enough. I mean, the recipe you'll see, this is 1 cup. They've expanded because I soaked them, but you'll see, like, if you don't soak them, they'll just expand in the actual pot. So 1 cup is plenty. This, it says, is 5 to 6 servings. Right, 1.5 minutes. And then it literally says add everything else. So we're gonna have to get going here and open all the cans. That's that. Canned tomatoes. Okay, so I'm just adding half of this because we only need 400 milliliters. There we go. I'm adding a whole one of this. Woo! And then I need 3 cups of water. There we go. And then the lentils. So you see, it's already quite a lot. And I have to bring it to a simmer, put the lid on, and adjust the heat to low. So this is it. This is the recipe. This is the chaos part. The chaos part already like almost happened, but we're fine. Because I'm making rice at the same time, and I realized that I turned on like the wrong element. I had turned on this one, but it's okay. I'm so hungry. I should have had a snack before, but I was just preparing ingredients. So that's it. It's that simple. Turn the heat up a little bit to get it to a simmer. That's gonna turn it off. Bring it off a little bit. Okay. That's definitely a purchase I want to make in the future, for sure, because it would be lovely if I'm at the office to be able to set a time and come home and there's rice made already. But for now, I have to like watch it. So basically, you're cooking it down for the next, what does it say? Simmer for 30 minutes with a lid on, and then remove the lid for further 10 minutes to produce the sauce. So there's different cook times for different lentils. You have to really make sure you pay attention to the recipe based on what lentil you use. I wish I had a round creuset. There we go. Oh, a lodge. Yeah, this one I don't even, I think my mom got it for me. I don't know from where. It doesn't have a brand or anything. But it works fine. I just prefer like the round ones because the stovetop, like the elements are round, so. Oh, okay, that's good to know, Culinary. I pre-soaked these, so I'm very curious. It's gonna be a lot quicker for them to cook. only simmer more quickly if I stop stirring it. There you go. It's starting to bubble. So how long was that? That took like 20 minutes? Although a few of my ingredients were prepped, but there's not a lot to prep. It's basically just assembling it. And most of the cooking time is passive. And I usually eat this rice, Greek yogurt, and I even prepped some cilantro. All right, bye, Miss Lua Bob. Thank you for joining. There's probably not going to be very much after this, but I'll keep stirring because I'm feeling like things are sticking to the bottom. The heat pretty high here. See, because I'm in here, I can't really smell it. I smell a little bit. So what is everyone else? Yeah, I'm hoping so, but I think it's not really a question of the lentils necessarily, but it's thickening the actual sauce. That's what's going to take time. What is everyone actually eating for dinner? I'm bringing this to Nico's after. I don't know if you guys saw, I made some decadent mashed potatoes. Have them in this container. They have butter, milk, chives. There we go. And what else? Laughing cow cheese, parm. Did I say chives? I don't know. They're amazing. Oh yeah, they're starting to like change already. This is my rice. So I'm gonna move it. Yeah, see, because it's oval, like I have to set it super high for it to actually get to temperature because a lot of the heat like doesn't get to the end. So I would recommend a large round pot if you have. It's 30 minutes. Okay, I guess it's not quite simmering. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they are very heavy. So I'm gonna cover this now. And it's gonna get real boring up in here. Alright. I guess at like 6:30, but I don't know. We'll see. It does have pretty big food scene. Let me get back in the frame here as this is cooking. No, I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah, one of my favorite things about Toronto is that if you're looking for a specific ingredient or a specific cuisine or like a dish, you can pretty much find it. Is it gonna be the best? I don't know. But there's everything. So many different cultures, different foods, different people from all over. People with dreams of having restaurants and kitchens and all kinds of stuff. So what is everyone else having for dinner? Got about like 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna stay on the line the whole time. I guess I might as well. So we can at least try to see a more finished product or closer to finished product. My rice. Or I can show you my garlic, cilantro, black bean rice as well. That's nice. There we go. It's doing its thing. It's doing what it needs to do. My rice will definitely be ready before, so I'm gonna make my black bean cilantro rice situation. I should have to move this tripod because it's in front of my fridge. Oh, never mind. I was hoping to use these black beans before they went bad, and they went bad. So they went bad so quickly. When you take them out of the can, it makes sense. So don't forget, there is a contest right now to guess how many potatoes are in my 10-pound bag of potatoes that I bought a few days ago. I filmed myself counting them one by one. The contest closes tomorrow, and you have to guess how many are in there. And if you guess the correct number, you get to pick one of the lives or the pre-recorded videos that I make, like what I'm gonna make. I'm matching on my pants. Yes, I am. You're right. So it's on my community tab. Go guess how many there are. There is a picture of me with a bag of potatoes if that helps. But yeah, it closes tomorrow night, and I'll announce the winners, I guess, Friday. If you guess correctly and you are in Toronto, I'm gonna try to get whatever it is that you asked me to make to you. Hi, Zachary. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Yeah, this recipe is super simple. Like, the most annoying part is basically chopping, grating the garlic and the ginger, and then chopping the onion. You can always use a food processor or something to do that. And for the jasmine rice, what I did is I toasted it a little bit with some olive oil and some sliced garlic because I wanted to see how it was going to come out with some like garlicky flavoring and if it was going to have a bit more of a toasted flavor. So we'll see how that turns out. And that's the thing, if ever I did get I remember I told Nico that I wanted like Le Creuset pens, and he was like, "Well, like, is there really like a difference? Like, what's so special about them?" I was like, "I don't know. I just want them." But every time I think about getting one, I have to like commit to a color. It's like I'm gonna have to build my collection. So what color? And I always, for more expensive pieces, I love to go with very like neutral colors because you never know what your kitchen's gonna look like, and it's easier to if I take pictures of them and things like that. It's easier to match. Like even my couch, I decided to go with a super neutral color because I was like, it'll match everything and I'll keep it forever. But so I really like there is like a cream color Le Creuset, but there's also blue ones. I love the red ones. I love the like I think there's a forest green one. I think there's lilac that they launched not too long ago. You guys know I love lilac. And there's pink and there's the original orange. These are very like first world problems to have to be like, what color Le Creuset should I buy to build my collection? I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I would be rich enough to not have to be concerned with that because I can have multiple collections of necklaces. That's hot. Just, what are you guys having for dinner? No one's telling me what's for dinner. For me, it's technically Friday because I don't work tomorrow and Friday, but I do work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm very excited because in May it's my birthday and it's my favorite day of the entire year. It's the Bassett Bustle. And I'll definitely like film something and share some pictures from that day. I just love Basset Hounds. I think last year and the year before it rained, and I'm really hoping this year it won't, but it's been so rainy that I don't have a lot of faith. Ooh, Chantel, that sounds amazing. I do have a list of recipes, like recipe ideas that I want to make. I do have a plan for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna do a pre-recorded like a regular video that I edit or a live. Um, but what I want to do is create a lot more interaction with this channel and have like specific content days. Like, okay, well, this day is gonna be like a baking thing. This day is gonna be like a member request, and so you guys can really see my schedule and interact and vote on the things that you want to see and create a lot more of like a community around food. Because I basically have, I mean, so far, so I have like a dessert a recipe that existed, like the caramelized banana upside down cake that exists already. The um, the cookies, I basically combined three recipes together to make them, so it's kind of a original recipe ish. And then we have like savory dishes, which are like easy dinner ideas, I guess. And then I also have like my high volume, low calorie, high protein kind of stuff. Um, what I want to do is really encompass like there are so many. Food is everything. Food is you can enjoy. There's also being more balanced. People have different goals with it. Like for me, I go to the gym, so I want to get enough protein and enough fiber. Ooh, you know what? The other night it was like a classical store-bought rosé sauce, but I added, Nico he had brought over ground beef, so I just added the ground beef. And the ground beef had garlic powder, chili powder, if I'm not mistaken, maybe onion powder. But I added I added oregano, basil, a little bit of olive oil. Then I added the rosé. Then I added, I think, I wrote it down because it ended up being so freaking good. And then I added some spinach. Oh gosh, frost? Ugh. Yes, I did. I did write it down. Here it is. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's called my meat bean rosé sauce because basically when I make pasta sauce, I try to dump whatever I have in my fridge and try to make a combination that's going to taste good. So this was that. It was a classical rosé sauce. It was on sale, and I like rosé sauce. Then I added spinach, and the meat had garlic powder, chili powder, oregano, basil. I added chopped onion. I added fresh garlic, and then I also added white kidney beans. I love making sauce with white kidney bean, like pasta sauce with white kidney beans. Sometimes I'll do like a kidney bean, like tomato, spinach, garlic, onion mix for pasta sauce. Handful noodles, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna actually put this on my fridge so I don't lose it. Yeah, white kidney beans. I gotta admit, like I'm huge fan, huge fan. There's something about them. They're like just nice and creamy. Got that protein. Stir this a little bit because I'm concerned about the bottom, and also I'm here. Ooh, that's already thickened up so much. And now I can smell it. Like it smells amazing. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. You know what I want to start making? I want to start making I want to sorry, not start, but I want to try making Italian wedding soup. What kind of beans do I have right now? Oops. So tomorrow I'm going to be making white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Um, yes, first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It has the meatball and then a little pearl pasta. I love soup. I love soup. So yeah, I'm making white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, but I want to make them like crazy gourmet. So I might do the same or similar technique that I did with the peanut butter stuffed ones, where I actually make like a white chocolate like buttercream kind of thing, and I put it into a little ball and I put it in the freezer so that it can be like a white chocolate stuffed cookie. Soup is amazing. Like in the winter months when you have, I'll put potatoes, onion, carrot. The thing is with celery is you can only buy it in massive batches. So sometimes I'll ask like my friends and neighbors and be like, "Hey, does anyone also need celery? Because I don't need all of it." Do I like carrot? I don't think I've tried that, Chantel. But see, this is the kind of thing where I'm gonna have some kind of platform where you guys can make recommendations and say, have you tried this? Have you tried that? and introduce new recipes into my life, your favorites, and so I can try to make them, and you can be in the chat and you can be yelling at me and saying, no, that's not how you make it. Or if you're in Toronto, you might have recommendations about where to find the ingredients. So I really want to make this like a happy food community. Where is that first? Are you in Toronto? I can't remember. A singular stock? Like, I don't understand why they don't do that, because they're already trying to, like, gouge us. So just sell it by the single stock. It's not, like... And I don't really like celery just on its own. Watching the time here. We got another, like, 15 minutes before we allow it to thicken with the... Let me see my rice. I think it might be ready. So I'm going to show you guys this rice. So I toasted it with olive oil and some like sliced garlic. Let's see if I fluff it. I'm worried. I usually nail it, but oh yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do, you guys see my chopping board here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop some cilantro and just mix it into the rice. If I had some lime, which I might pick some up on the way to Nico's, but if I had some lime, I would make like a garlicky cilantro lime rice, and that would have been really nice with the black beans. Yeah, like celery is really good for like adding to potato salad, adding to egg salad, adding to a soup. I love it cooked. I love it, yeah, with other things, but not just on its own. This handle is driving me crazy. Yes, this is gonna be good. There we go. And I basically just like fluff the rice with the cilantro. There's like little bits of onions in here. Fine. But I'm curious about like the garlic that I put in here. If it's gonna really taste like it. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. More salt. More. I'm gonna refill the salt shaker. Yeah, I dream of having a nice kitchen where you guys could actually be in front of me. There we go. One thing about me is that I eat very salty. And I like to try to add garlic to literally any recipe except like baking, obviously, not baking. This works, not a bad angle, okay. Okay. I want to try this and see if you can taste the garlic. So I'm basically in a perpetual state of trying to not waste food. So whatever's in my fridge, I try to add it to whatever I'm making, and that's how I create like new recipes. That's excellent. This is excellent. So before cooking it, like the dry rice, toasted it with olive oil and some, and I don't know if I can find a bit of garlic, but I sliced it instead of grating it because I didn't want it to burn. So you can kind of see it's like this size. And I was hoping like the flavor would come through, and it really does. This is really, really good. Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I try to be really creative. I mean, I have so much cilantro, so I'm trying to use as much of it as possible. And I love cilantro. And we're back here. One of the things that I really want to do for you guys is show how I host nacho night, okay? Because I don't mess around with food, and I'm extremely serious about nacho night, okay? Everything from scratch, and this is how, okay, I'll describe it to you so that when you see, the thing is like, I go ham. Like, I go hard on nachos, so it would have to be like a live stream or something where I'm prepping for like friends to come over. So this is what I do. First of all, the nachos themselves, I don't put the salsa directly on them when I put them in the oven because I don't want them to get soggy. Yeah, I'm very, I do. Well, nachos, you know what? I could, and that would take it to the next level. So you know what? I'm gonna try doing that. I did see in the store the other day one of those like the ones that you put directly on the element, like the tortilla cooking thing. But the nacho chips go in a pan. Obviously, tons of cheese. Every single chip must be covered. Now we do non-reject for sure, and aged cheddar I would say because it has such a beautiful strong flavor. Then I do um, jalapenos, and I'll do green onions. That's it. That's what goes into the oven. Okay. Now the rest, I make my own queso. Like just galore. I found a recipe and I was like, this is dangerous that I'm alone with this beautiful food. I make my own salsa. So I put cilantro, I put onion, a little bit of olive oil, cherry tomatoes, then obviously guac, homemade as well. Then got the sour cream. And this time, honestly, with the salsa, maybe I should. Oh, okay. And okay, this is gonna sound really strange, but the ragu recipe that Nico and I use, that, and I would add a little bit of chili powder to it to like get it a little bit less Italian and more like Mexican twist. The ragu meat, insane. So I would put that in the oven too. So in the oven is the nacho chips, the cheese, the jalapenos, the green onions, and the ragu. And then everyone has their own plate, and they just serve themselves whatever like nacho they want, like nacho toppings. So everyone makes their own nacho plate, and the nachos are not soggy. Yeah, first, I mean, Nico was actually listing to me all of the food that he has in his fridge, to like on all of the desserts and the goodies. And I was like, yeah, I'm really glad that this is what I'm making because it's easy to freeze. And that is a savory thing. So we have so many sweets. Yeah, this is amazing. You nuke them. Listen, no judging. You do whatever you need to do to get those nachos in your face. Yeah, no, first, I definitely will stream because I don't mess around. I don't mess around. We do not store buy any except the actual chips. But maybe that's where I need to take it to even the next level again. Because I have air fried like tortilla wraps. Whew. Yeah, I just wish I had a more reasonable kitchen. You want the queso recipe? I gotta find it. I feel like I sent it to someone at some point. But it had condensed milk in it. I was like, that's what makes it nice and creamy. How many potatoes in that bag? Well, you guys could decide for me to make nachos, and then I would have to do an invite. All right. Another maybe like 10 minutes covered. No. So there's sweetened condensed, and then there's just condensed. Because I remember thinking that, like, oh my gosh, there's not sweetened, a not sweetened version of it. So there, yeah, sweetened condensed or just condensed. No, it's not. Well, I wrote in my contest first. I wrote, 2 people guess the right one, and 2 people get to. You can either agree on what it is that you want me to make, or you just pick 2 things. But well, Chantal, you'll have to find out on Friday. There's still time to vote. But I think I'll go in order of who answered. I'm hoping I can still see the timestamps. So whoever guesses right, like the first person would get the first choice, and then. So if you guys do win, what would you want me to make? Yeah, it wasn't until I made that queso dip that I found out about not sweetened condensed milks. We all think of like the magic bars, right, with the sweetened condensed milk in them, and the coconut and the graham cracker crumbs. You're thinking nachos now. I know, I made them sound so amazing. But that would mean I would have to plan like a dinner. Because the queso, you gotta eat it fresh. But you know what? Maybe the queso would be another one of the things that would go into the oven too. Because I remember Jack Astor's, they used to have, like, their nachos were so good, like, years and years ago. Because they also had a bit of, like, a cheesy, like, a melty cheesy, not melty, but, like, a more runny cheese that they put on their nachos. Ooh, yeah, the lasagna. I mean, the lasagna involves ragu as well. So I would probably have to do a ragu live stream or, like, a pre-recorded ragu video. And then the ragu can be used for the nachos and for the lasagna. All right. It's been 30 minutes now, so now I'm going to cook it uncovered. Try to stir it to really thicken it up. See this? I'm going to get you guys a little bit closer. You guys need to see this situation. Whoop, that's me. Let's get you nice and close. Holy, okay. I'm a professional, I swear. Okay. See, it's really thickening up. I think earlier it was like up to here maybe. Gone down about a centimeter. So this smells divine. And imagine this with the rice I just made. That's gonna be crazy. I wasn't planning on using it, but I think I might just have to. Oof, we only have 30 minutes to get this done, so I can show you the final product. And so you guys can go just go straight to Ken's stream. So we have, first you would want me to make nachos. Chantal, you would want me to make lasagna. Trance, what would you like me to make if you win the potato contest? All year. Oh, you've been sick? And what about you, Karen? If you win, what would you like me to make? This is not a final answer. You guys can change your minds if you do win. Well, first, up to you. It would just be sooner. But if there's something that you love and or something that you're curious about and want to see like how it's made or you say fudge, okay, and we also have to put you on the Canadian currency. No, any recipes. They don't have to have potato in them. I have never heard of that. I have never heard of that. So all we're doing now is thickening the sauce. That's it. Chicken tetrazzini. Can you describe it to me first, last? Oh, I love green peppers. I love green peppers. That sounds a cream-based. I love cream-based sauces. I love mushroom and chicken. So it's a pasta. Trans Canada. I've had it. I've had like a breakfast pizza with like sausage and gravy in the States. It was spectacular. Okay, first, that sounds amazing. Okay, I would be really interested in making that. But breakfast pizza, no, but it's 10 out of 10, I'm sure. Fresh dough, scrambled eggs, bacon. I've had like a lot of like Turkish food. They have like eggs on with meat and dough and stuff like that, so it's kind of like that. But listen, I love that combination with eggs and bacon. I love making a breakfast hash. Usually with potatoes and whatever I have left over. If I have like bell peppers, I have bacon bits. And first, you would like me to add the bell pepper as well, right? I love green pepper on pizza. My favorite pizzas are, I'm not a huge fan of sauce, so I like a lot of cheese. But there's one in Quebec that's called All Dressed, and it's pepperoni under the cheese, with mushroom and green peppers. Actually, I don't think there's any mods. I don't think any Vasily's here. I guess you guys will just have to fight it out. Yeah, green pepper, it's interesting. I love it on pizza. I think I like it in maybe pasta, but like generally I don't. I prefer the red, which I think is, you know, I'm not a huge fan of putting peas in pasta dishes. There's a place near me that all they do is basically pasta, and like they don't even do it well, and they, yeah, and they put peas in their pasta, so I'm traumatized. And he's just kidding first. You have to take him with a, he said, a massive tablespoon of salt. Okay, so you guys can see that it's really thickening up. I'm really hoping to get this done before Ken's live stream. I feel bad, like I'm hoping he wasn't trying to, or he wasn't hoping to schedule it around 5:30, because I know recently he's been doing earlier live streams. 2 bowls of lentils, but how do you eat them, Trance? Trying to accelerate this by blasting the heat and mixing it a lot. My arm is getting tired. I got a really good workout at the gym yesterday. This is the kind of thing that ends up on my wall. You can see it all here. Okay, so you do more kind of like Indian-ish or like soups and stuff. I like lentil soup. They're so cheap and they make so much food. And you get your protein, and they're so easy to make, so yummy. I would say my diet has changed a lot. Like a lot of like beans have really grown on me. I think it's a question of like when things are made properly. You know, when you're growing up and not necessarily only your parents cooking, but like your family's cooking. If you don't like the way that they make something, it's gonna be something that you're not gonna like, or it's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be some, yeah, it's gonna become something that you don't like, and then over time when you get older you might try it in a different recipe and really enjoy it, and then it grows on you in that way. Cynthia, I'm trying to reduce it much more quickly. It's been simmering for 30 minutes covered, so I'm trying to reduce it more quickly. If I had more time, then I might do that, but honestly, I'm impatient. I want to eat it, so I don't mind that it's splashing everywhere. I'm just keeping it moving so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Nico loves everything that I make, everything. But he's from Argentina, and their food is spectacular. Yeah, no, he loves everything I make. I think there's only been one time that I've messed up something, but and he appreciates it, and he savors every bite, and yeah, it makes me really happy. And honestly, like he really made me like enjoy cooking so much more because of his enjoyment of it. It's a great motivator when like I love feeding him. he's not a he doesn't really care about soccer, which I like. I like that about him. Like obviously he'd be happy and he was happy when they won. It's nice. But no, it's not your typical soccer loving Argentinian. I think it's fun to watch, I suppose. Yeah, first, this is great. I would love to be able to host more, and Nico and I, eventually, when we move into a bigger place, he doesn't live with me right now, but when we eventually get a bigger place, like one of my main things that I want to make sure of is that the kitchen is large and workable, and it's easy to host dinners and stuff like that. Nico washes dishes. Nico washes plenty of dishes all the time. But what I love about him is that he also tries to like learn new things and new recipes. He's actually a really, really good cook. But he prefers like a very like ragu, for example, because it takes 3.5 or 4 hours. So he has time to prep each step and take the time, and he studies the recipe, he reads through it, he makes sure everything is good to go. He made me a beef bourguignon that was spectacular. He made me a lasagna. Even the ragu is his recipe. Yeah, oh yeah, a large island, a big deep sink. Argentinian curse words. Well, Trent, you can Google those. Not really with me. I mean, you just, yeah, with chimichurri, yeah. There's one restaurant in Toronto that we want to try that we haven't tried yet. It's called Vos. And we want to see if it's actually imported beef. Because you can tell right away the quality is completely different. Okay, it's really getting there. Really getting there. Turn it down a little bit because I keep getting burnt. Yeah, it's taking longer than expected. It's pretty close though. Oh my gosh, it's like bubbling everywhere. I guess you can keep going as much as you want. Like you can reduce it so that it's like not liquidy at all. But it is a red lentil curry, so maybe another 10 minutes and then we'll serve. I love how I just wiped this down for nothing. It's everywhere. Oh yeah. There we go, this is better. It's getting splashed and burnt. Does it trans? I don't have a window in here, so I can't see. The other thing I don't have is a hood or like a fan in here, so that's okay. I don't think it's gonna like harden too much. It's not like the one thing that I make sure that I always wipe like right away. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's really bubbling. Okay, we're turning this way down. one thing that I make sure to wipe or like rinse right away is when I make oatmeal, because that stuff, it becomes like super glue. It's crazy. It hardens. It's like impossible to wash. Okay. Let that be. I'm just gonna go back. Okay. So, do take a bowl out just so we're ready. And I also have like a collection of like pottery. So this is from East Fork Pottery. And I bought myself a few sets when they came out with taro, this color. So, this is fine, this is fine. But I will, like you guys said, I'm gonna wipe it down. It's really bothering me. It's freaking everywhere. Oh my gosh. It really did go everywhere. That's crazy. On my wall. Oh, here. Yeah, and that's got turmeric in it, so it stains. So, I'm not gonna leave it on for too long. But I have the bowls, and then I have like the little pinch bowls too. I have the plates, and I have mugs, and then I have smaller little dessert plates. But I think I'm gonna serve this because I think it's time. You guys get to see the final product and get a pee break before Ken's stream. So we're gonna use some rice. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make it pretty. So I'm actually gonna use. Oh my god. Hold on a second. We gotta do it cute. We gotta do it right. You know? So I have a smaller version, a little bowl. This is in the color panna cotta. Oh, Johnny's streaming. Well, okay, like that. Squish it all in. Like that, like that. I hope I'll be able to. Now, just to clean this bowl up a little bit, because I don't want rice everywhere. Okay. So. Now how do I get it out? No! There we go. So cute! Look at that! Okay. I also have to grab the yogurt out of my fridge. Now the problem is, this stuff is like lava temperatures. Yeah, as it cools, I think it's gonna thicken too. So, okay. All right, guys, it's the moment of truth. I'm going to zoom you in here. I'm gonna make it pretty, no? Like that. Okay. Dollop. Greek yogurt. And some cilantro. Look! There we go. Okay. That's the thing, I can't take a picture because my phone is here. That's okay. I have enough to like make another one, and now it's like going everywhere. So the thing is that I didn't add any salt or pepper to the recipe. Or wait, did I? I can't remember. I don't think so. I prefer to salt the food at the end sometimes. So okay, I have to wait. I need a spoon. I want to eat this with a spoon for sure. Okay. Oh, with my special spoon. No, it's dirty. Ew. Oh, okay. The right size spoon is right here. So, gotta get the rice, the curry, and the yogurt. And I'm gonna wait a little bit because I'm speechless again. Yes, the cilantro on the top. I'm speechless again. Like, well, this is what Nico's having for dinner. Wow. Yeah, make this. Make this, I beg you. And do the rice. Do the rice and toast it with olive oil, those sliced garlic pieces. Yes, hi Yvonne, that's okay. Welcome. You made it to the most important part, which is me enjoying it. Mm. And pre-soaking the lentils, it did make a difference. They're so creamy. They're so creamy. Mmm. Welcome. It doesn't matter. You didn't miss anything. This is all that matters. Huh? Mm. My gosh. I can't stop eating it. That's amazing. So, it's a little bit of chaos, but it ended up being cookies. It's so good and so easy. You guys saw. It's like 20 minutes and it just sat there for the entire time. Mm. All right. See you guys in Ken's chat. Thank you so much for joining and for being so supportive and for subscribing and engaging with my channel as I continue to destroy my kitchen every single time. But let's go and head over to Ken's stream. Thank you so much. Please try this recipe. It's amazing. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining. Yes. Thumbs up. Gotta thumbs it up. Thumbs up. Leave a comment. You know how to do the things.